Dude! I'm so bad at filming intros. I've literally filmed this like 5 times and I just can't get the one I like, so I'm not doing an intro, I've decided. Anyway, this is going to be a Meet My Pets video, as you would have read from the title, so let's get into it. So basically, I'm just going to go around and introduce you guys to all my animals. I'm pretty sure if I counted correctly, I have 11 he wants scratches, because that was the only way I was bribing him to stay. So I'm going to start off with Riley, because he's standing near me. Riley is a thoroughbred. He's 10 years old. He's about 15.3 hands. I haven't measured him, but that's how high I'd guess he'd be. He is plain bay. He's got a little star on his forehead, but other than that, he's plain and boring. His sire was Detroit, and his dam was, I'm pretty sure, True Harmony, so that's why his show name is Valiant Harmony. And he was never raced or trialed. His owner dumped him at the adjustment that he was at before I got him, so he did nothing before. He's yawned about 50,000 times, because I've already filmed this once and I messed it up, and he literally yawned about 3,000 times. So that's cool. Glad he finds my talking so interesting. So yeah, he was dumped at the adjustment that he was kept at by his owner, and then he sat in a paddock until he was 4 years old, and then he was gelded, and I'm pretty sure he was broken in when he was 4 as well. So you can see he has the typical stallion neck and big cheekbones because he was gelded so late, and I'm pretty sure he was broken in when he was 4 as well, which is a big thing for me. When I got a thoroughbred, I did not want one that was raced or really trialled at all, because of all the issues that they can have, because I was over vet bills with Turbo. So before I got him, he'd literally done nothing. He'd done a bit of flat work with his owner. I think he'd been to one walk trot hacking show, but he couldn't canter. He'd never jumped before. Oh, he's just so cute. Yeah, so he could not. So he couldn't canter on his right lead. He couldn't canter on his left lead. His right lead was terrible. His overall, just everything was, riding wise, was pretty terrible. But he's turned into a really nice little horse now, and I love riding him. He's sorted out his canter, and his flat work is really lovely now, and I started jumping him a few months ago, and he's doing really well. When I first got him, he was really spooky. Like, I had the jump wings in the arena once and he would not go near them, so I was a bit worried, considering he's hopefully going to be my future eventer. But he's been really brave. He's never done anything dirty. He's literally just the sweetest horse, and I love him so much. So yeah, I got him back in November last year, so I've nearly had him for a year, and honestly, he's just been so nice to work with, and clearly finds me very boring. But you're gonna yawn again? So yeah, that's Riley. That's what he's done so far. I would have hopefully put in some videos, and you would have seen what he was like when I first got him, and some of now. And hopefully in the future he will be a bit of a higher level eventer. I'm hoping that he'll go up to at least 95. Oh my god. Why are you such a... Oh, I was doing peace sign. I didn't even realise that. Why are you such a weirdo? So I'm going to leave Golden Child now and go over to Troublemaker, aka Turbo. So, okay. So, yep. This is basically Turbo. Annoying. Just look in the video for a minute. So this is Turbo. I've had him for nearly a year and a half. He's 7 years old. He turned 7 this year. Okay, cool. That's it for Turbo's appearance in this video, I guess. Yeah, so he's 7 years old, turned 7 this year. I got him July, I think, last year, and he has been a very interesting horse to work with. I've spent probably half the amount that I paid or more in vet bills for him, probably more. And he's just been a very problematic horse. I still am not really sure what's wrong with him. He will go good for a while, and then he will go downhill again. And so he's going on spell in a few days, which is why I decided to film this video so quickly with not very much preparation. Riley, I know you're cute, but I kind of want Turbo to be in the bit that's about him. Before I got him, he had evented at 80 centimeters, and all his life he kind of has just done a lot. He's never really had a break. So I'm not sure whether his behaviour is actually because of something pain related or if it's just behaviour, hence why I'm sending him on spell so that we can try and figure it out. But he's gotten a lot of vet examinations done, and I'll talk more about that in the video that's going to come out next week about sending him on spell. But yeah, he's lovely when he's working nicely, and I've done like 1-star cross-country fences with him. I've jumped him 1.20 meters over a single show jump fence, and he does it all super easily, especially he's only 15.2. He's a Clydesdale cross thoroughbred. I don't know if I said that before. He's completely plain bay, which is a bit disappointing considering he's a Clydesdale cross, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Turbo. We never really clicked as well as Riley and I did, but I love working him when he's working nicely, and then other times he'll just decide he does not want to work, and that's what we're trying to figure out, whether it's pain related or behavioural, and there's also a few other things. He's got a very childish, boisterous behaviour, and he acts like a 2-year-old still, which I don't know if he's ever going to grow out of that, or if he's always just going to be an annoyance. He's probably always just going to be a pain. So that's it for the 2 horses. I'm now going to do my lamb and goat. This is Oreo. She's my little sheep that I bought at the beginning of the year. She's done with me already. She's a Dorper cross Damara, I'm pretty sure. So she self-sheds. She's about 9 months old. She was born at the beginning of the year, and I bought her probably around March of this year. I bought both the goat and the sheep around March. She is kind of just loud and fat. That's all I really have to say about Oreo. I originally got just her, and then she screamed so loudly, so I had to get her a friend. So that's why Ollie came into the picture. She loves her Wheat Bix, and she basically just loves all food, and she does not seem to be enjoying me trying to keep her here right now. You can see now she's kind of in the middle of shedding because we're going into spring, and then hopefully by the time it starts to get hot she will be fully shed. She does play with Ollie a little bit, and I'll put in a few clips of them playing, I'm sure, but basically she just sits around and eats food. Before I got her, she was at a petting zoo, so she's quite friendly, and she's always really been around people. She was not this friendly when I got her, but they're both friendly now. She's a little bit friendlier than Ollie because Ollie wasn't really touched. He was just from some guy's backyard full of goats. So this is Ollie. He's a boar goat, and he's about the same age as Oreo. He was born at January or February this year, so he's around 9 or 10 months. I got him also probably, I think in March, I'm not really sure, but he's going to get a lot bigger than this. He's still a baby, and boar goats, they don't get very tall, but they do get very chunky, and off he goes. Ollie is quite the character. He loves to play with our dog, and he loves his scratches, but he doesn't really like me right now, so Ollie. So both Ollie and Oreo know how to walk on lead, and my aim is to take them to the beach. That's like my life goal with Ollie and Oreo, because I just think that would be adorable. Ollie is quite the character. He's kind of the favourite of everyone. He loves playing with our little dog and just being very eccentric. He definitely has a lot of personality, and he loves to play and scratch himself on trees and just do general goat things. He is sterilised, so he doesn't smell bad like most male goats would, because they pee on themselves, which that was definitely a must, that I needed to get a sterilised male goat. He was sterilised when I got him. In the time I have had him, he had to have surgery a couple of weeks ago because he put a hole in his side. I'll put a few pictures of that, so if you're not good with blood and stuff, I'll put where you should skip through, because I'm going to put the pictures up now. So basically he stabbed himself with a tree, we think, and he had to have surgery because they had to go in and make sure there was no... I just turned the camera around, so Basically, it was classed as surgery. It was basically just stitches, but they had to go in and check that no internal organs were punctured. But he's all healed from that now, and he just has a bit of a shave patch and a nice scar on his stomach. So yeah, that's Ollie and Oreo. This is their little bit that they stay overnight, and then during the day they just kind of roam around the property. They don't really have a job in life. They just eat and sleep and be cute. I knew I was forgetting a pet when I counted before. I have 14, not 11. I forgot about the poor chickens. This is Helen.
Basically, I'm an idiot. The big fat one is actually Henrietta. The small one over there was Dorothy, and this is Helen. And I kept calling Helen Henrietta. I don't know why.
Another chicken who, unfortunately, they're both rescues from ex-battery cage. They're ex-battery cage rescues, and the other one that came with her just didn't ever get healthy, so we had to make the decision to put her down. So only Helen now is ex-battery cage rescue, because we had to kind of rush. I had to rush and find the other two for her so that she had friends, because I didn't want her to be by herself, and I literally couldn't get in touch with the same lady I got her from, so we had to just get some other chickens. They're all chicky. So all the girls are about 2 years old. So this is Helen. She's the ex-battery cage one. And when we got her, she looked super bad. She looks really good now. She's all fat and fluffy. They're all about 2 years old. They're all still laying eggs. I'm gonna let her go because she's not very impressed with being held. They're all pretty friendly. I can just go pick them up like that. I don't really know what else you would say about chickens. That's basically it. They're all happy, healthy chickens, 2 years old. I can't really remember the breed of of Dorothy and Henrietta, but I know that Helen is an Isa Brown, and I think that Dorothy is also an Isa Brown. I think one of them might be a Rhode Island Red or something different. I can't really remember, but they're all just the typical brown laying hens. They also just free range all over the whole property. You can see here Dorothy still hasn't grown all her feathers back, because even though she wasn't a rescue, the place that we got Dorothy and Henrietta from, they weren't that well cared for, and all their feathers were kind of not that great. So she's still losing her bad tail feathers. So that's it for the chickens. I didn't really have much to say about them. I'm gonna move on to the rabbits now. I'm not gonna pick them up because they don't really appreciate it. I've had to use bribery to get Bambi to come be in the video, and she's just run off with the treat I gave her. So I'm going to start with the rabbit that I've had for the longest time, which is Bambi, if she'll come back for another treat. She is a mini lop. She's 3 years old. I got her in 2017, which is also when she was born. She's nearly 4. I had her with my other rabbit, Pluto, who unfortunately passed away. And then I got my second rabbit, Chino, who I'll talk about a bit later. But basically, neither of the rabbits are really super tame. Bambi is the more tame of the two. Well, really, she just likes food more, so she'll come over and try to get any food you have off of you. They're both D-sex, so she's obviously a female and Chino is a boy. So Chino I got the year after in 2018, which is also when he was born. He's a dwarf rabbit, so he's a little bit bigger than Bambi. She's a mini lop. He's a bit less friendly, but honestly, I just don't have that much time to play with them both, so they're both not that keen on people. They'll let you pat them when you feed them their breakfast and stuff, but other than that, they just kind of keep to themselves. Hey. Oh, okay. Got a bit of fighting over the treat going on. So yeah, that's basically them. They are bonded. Bonding them was literally the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh my god. It was terrible. But now they're happily bonded, and they just have this big cage that they live in, and I put them on the grass whenever I have the time. So yeah, that's the buns. I got them both from a rabbit breeder. I would have liked to rescue them, but I didn't really know about rescuing rabbits that many years ago, so I just got them from a very reputable breeder who looks after them well, which is good. So the first piggy I'm going to talk about is Olive, because she's kind of the favourite of all the guinea pigs. I got her in 2015 along with her sister, and I have them both now still, as well as 2 others, but I didn't get them from the same litter. So yeah, I got her in 2015, so she's 5 years old now. She's an old lady, aren't you? I'm not really sure on the breed of any of my guinea pigs, but they're all like the rabbits, not that friendly. When my friend looked after them for a bit, they got really friendly because she was playing with them every day. But I just don't have time to be playing with them every day, so they don't really like people that much. Olive is probably the most friendly out of them all. So this is Coconut. She's the one that I got the same time as I got Olive. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be sisters, but Coconut is a long smooth-haired guinea pig, and Olive's fur is all kind of scrunched up, so I don't know if they actually are sisters. But I got them both in 2015 from the same people. Coconut, everyone kind of jokes about Coconut being the ugly guinea pig, but she's not that ugly. No. So yeah, this is Coconut. She's just cream coloured with bits of white on her. This is Peanut. She has a little bit more of a story. Oh my god, why is my camera making her hair just look like... Okay, there we go. She has a little bit more of a story about how I got her. So at the time, my friend was working at the Cuddly Animal Farm, and Peanut was rescued by me, and she turned out to actually be pregnant, and I still have one of her babies. She had 3 babies. I'll put some pictures in now. It was adorable. I didn't realize she was pregnant until 3 days before she gave birth. So I still have the girl that she gave birth to, and the 2 boys I gave to one of our family friends for their kids to have, and they unfortunately passed away because they were put outside and it was a hot day, and they died of heat stroke, unfortunately, which was really quite upsetting, and I was a bit upset with myself for giving them to them. She is 3 years old now. I got her in September 2017, and that's also when she was born. Not September, but sometime in 2017. She has a very scruffy coat. I'm not sure, again, what breed she is, but she's very cute with her scruffy coat. Hi. She's quite a bit smaller than Coconut and Olive, and her little girl is so tiny. I don't know why, but she never got big. She just stayed tiny forever. So that's Peanut, and by the way, all my guinea pigs are named after oils. So we have coconut oil, olive oil, peanut oil, and sesame oil, which I'll go get Sesame to show you now. So this is Sesame, and she was born, pretty sure, at the end of September 2017. So Peanut was still just really young when she gave birth to them. Not even a year old, which is quite sad, really. She's the smallest of all of them. She doesn't look that small here, but she actually is quite small. And she's just brown, unlike all the rest of them. And, she's long-haired, and her mum's, and Peanut, who's her mum, is all frizzy-haired. So I guess Coconut and Olive could be from the same mum. I have had her whole life, because obviously she was born with me. She's 3 years old now, so she's fully grown. I think she's just always going to be quite small. But yeah, that's all the guinea pigs. I don't have much else to say on them. I feel like I've said that about most of the animals. I don't have that much to say about the rabbits and the guinea pigs. They all just kind of do their own thing, and the chickens. So last but not least is Lily. She is the love of my life. She's a toy poodle, and I got her in 2014. So I've had her for 6 years. She's 6 years old now. I literally cry. She's getting too old. But she definitely does not act her age. And her birthday is the 1st of the 1st, 2014. I just thought that's cool, 1st of the 1st, you know. And this is Leo. He's my housemate's dog. He's a cavoodle, but I'm not going to include him in this because I don't actually own him. So Lily is, like I said, a toy poodle. She was the runt of her litter, so she's a fair bit smaller than most other toy poodles. She was sold to us because... Well, she wasn't supposed to be sold because her breeders are show dog breeders, and she's too small to be classed as a show dog, so they were going to keep her for themselves. And I, at the time, was obsessed with wanting to get a dog, and I was begging my parents. And then we contacted these breeders, and they was like, no, we don't have anything. And I was really sad because I was set on getting a toy poodle. And then a few months later, they said, oh, we have this little toy poodle. She can't be registered because she's too small. But you can have her if you want because her owner had a heart attack and they couldn't deal with having the little puppy around, which is obviously not good for them. But it was very lucky for us because she's literally, like, we all just love her. I do agility with her, and I have done agility since probably, I think the year I got her we started, and we've kind of stopped and started, but she's at the time now where she could be competing. It's just Corona has stopped any competitions. But I'm very excited to take her out to some competitions because she's amazing. She has gotten a bit slower as she's gotten older, which is really sad. But she's still fast and she loves it. And yeah, that's Lily. She's probably my favourite of all the animals, let's be real. I find it kind of funny that we've got this huge big property and tiny little toy poodle, but she does not act her size. If any big dogs try to mess with her, she literally runs after them and she has to jump up to try and bite their faces, but she tries. She tries to give them what for, don't you? I am hoping to get another bigger dog breed, either at the end of this year or next year, but I just have to, I want one, but I'm like, do I have the time? Do I have the money? But yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen soon or not very soon, but we'll see what happens about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching and meeting all the animals. My arm really hurts now from holding the phone up for such a long time. It actually really hurts. I don't think people would think it would hurt, but it actually does hurt. Anyway, that's my little rant on arms hurting. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of all these animals, because that's basically what all my videos are about. We will see you all in the next video. She thinks I have a treat. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. That was disgusting.